This video, I'm going to show you how to use the future value function within Excel. And I've lined up all the information that we would need to determine the future value of a dollar amount that we deposit today, or maybe if we were going to deposit a certain amount of money each year for a certain amount of time, and we know we have a good idea as to what interest rate we're going to earn off of that and how long we're going to deposit that money. So let's just say that we can make, I'm going to say 4% in this case. We can make 4% a year. And we are going to, we're kind of curious how much we're going to have in 15 years if we deposit $25,000 in an account that pays 4%. And for now, I'm just going to put 0 in cash flows. We're going to make an assumption that we are depositing $25,000, but we're not going to put any more money into that account. And do note that I have made the present value negative. The present value and the future value will be opposite signs. Conceptually, the way that I always remember this is that we take a look at the present value as a deposit. We're going to put some money in the bank, and then we want to know what it's going to grow to. And when it grows at the end, and we'll see that in just a second, that's a number that we could withdraw, and that is that's a positive cash flow for us. So the future value function, just equal size future value, and you can see it tells you everything to fill in right here: rate, number of periods, payment, present value, and type. I'll discuss type as we go along. So again, we're going to make 4% over 15 years. No cash flows for the moment, but I always like to include that just so I don't skip over it. Because if I put the 25,000 in as payment, I'm not going to get the right answer. And then finally, we're depositing $25,000. And I'll discuss type. The default for type is end of period. The majority of questions that you will see will be end of period, but if we're receiving that 4% interest at the beginning of each period, we would put a 1 there. Because the default is end of period, I don't have to put anything there. I'll just leave it like that. And then our answer is $45,023.59. I'll put the formula text right there so you guys can see exactly what I'm referring to. So what we now know is if we deposit $25,000 today and we leave it alone for 15 years and we make 4% a year off of that $25,000, at the end of 15 years, we will have $45,023.59. Now, if we also, we're opening this account and it's just a plain old savings account paying 4%. And if we open up the account with $25,000 and then at the end of each year, we decide we're going to deposit $5,000 each year. At the end of 15 years, we're going to have a total of $145,141.53. And in this case, we're depositing $5,000. We start out, we deposit $25,000, and then we are depositing $5,000 a year for 15 years. Those deposits, combined with the interest that we are earning, will result in a future value of $145,141.53. Other things that we can do once you have set something up like this, and I want you guys to set these up on your own. If I just give you the spreadsheet, I feel like the educational value is not quite there. But once you've set something like this up, we can go, oh my goodness, interest rates are going up. Well, at 5%, that number goes up. If interest rates if we think we're only going to be able to earn 3%, that number goes down. So we're able to utilize the spreadsheet once we set it up to give us the future value when we're given different pieces of information. And I put formula text out there at the end. I always like to put formula text out there at the end so you can see exactly what is feeding into this. But you don't need cash flows. And in fact, if we were, let's say we were going to open an account today and we're just going to do the $5,000 deposits each year for 15 years and make 4%, we can figure out the future value of that as well. So, maybe you got somebody that you want to save for college and you want to have $100,000 for them when college rolls around in 15 years. Well, if you deposit $5,000 a year for 15 years and you make 4% off of it, you'll have a little over 100,000. You'll have 100,000 for somebody's college, and you'll have $117.94 to go out to dinner, maybe, in this day and age.